Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today, we'll be talking about ninja secrets on how you can move fast on court. So stay tuned. If you're new to this channel, I'm all about helping you improve your badminton game safely. So we are at about day 6 of the 30-day challenge, and right now you'll probably be feeling a little bit sore right now. So hang in there guys, and for those of you that don't know what this 30-day challenge is about, you can check it out right here where we commit ourselves to improve our badminton game or to improving our badminton game for the next 30 days. When I ask you to think about speed on court or training your speed, what do you think of? Well, a lot of people will think of agility ladders, agility drills, like the quick feet kind of stuff. Some people will think, okay, you can do footwork or court, but the problem is, how do you do them properly such that you get maximum speed or maximum gains in speed in the shortest period of time? So that's the secret. So in order for you to effectively improve your speed, you need to understand what is speed, right? So according to the Australian Strength and Conditioning Association, there are 5 subcategories to speed. Number 1, maximum speed. Number 2, acceleration. How fast can you go from 0 to top speed? Number 3, change of direction. How fast can you change directions? Number 4, your reaction, or you can call it your agility. And number 5 is your speed endurance. And out of these 5, in badminton, I personally think that your maximum speed or maximum speed kind of training would be the least effective in seeing speeds on court. Why? Because you don't really travel far. You just move 2 steps, at most 3 steps, and you're pretty much ready to change direction. So in the game of badminton, acceleration, change of direction, agility, and speed endurance, all these 4 different kinds of speeds are so important. But that being said, in the previous video where I cover an effective training routine, that covers speed endurance pretty much, because you kind of work through the exercises as fast as you can and last through that 40 seconds kind of duration. So in this video, we're covering the 3 other aspects that are not really covered, and that is your acceleration, your change of direction, and your agility or reaction, if you can call it that way. So the problem with a lot of agility training or speed training exercises is that they do not transfer very well to the badminton court. So that's, I think, the first big problem. And then the question becomes, how do you actually train speed and agility effectively on court? So how do you actually integrate this effectively into your badminton game? Well, the simplest way is do badminton-related speed drills. So that means that you want to perform badminton-related techniques or badminton techniques while incorporating one of the 4 speed subcategories. And here's the ninja secrets about training speed. Are you ready? Right, here goes. And that is, when you're training speed, you ensure that you're in a very fresh state or condition. That means that when you train speed, you want to train speed at the beginning of your training. Of course, it's after warm-up, but the idea is that you want to train when you're able to go 100% of your speed. And the second secret is, when you're training speed, you do not, and I repeat, you do not train to a point of fatigue. Because when you do that, you're starting to train a little bit of speed endurance or endurance in essence. So you're not really training speed, alright? So you need to understand that. And the last but not least, when you're training speed, you want to keep your rest very long. That's right. If you like long breaks, this is the exercise for you. So you want to keep your rest intervals at least 7 times to as much as 10 times. Sometimes you can even rest as long as you want when you're training speed. So that means that, let's say if you train for 20 seconds, you want to rest for 200 seconds. That's how long you should rest if you want to get and improve speed in the most effective way. Surprise? Well, that's the truth. That's how you really improve your speed. In fact, back then when I was in the national team, where I was training like 12 times a week, you know what I learned? Or you know what was one of the most effective exercises that I did? Well, it wasn't the gym, it wasn't the footwork session, the skipping sessions. Ironically, there was this period where my Coach Ting Tao, was telling me, hey Gerald, you really need to improve your speed if you want to compete at a much higher level. So he told me this particular exercise. Gerald, do the front-back footwork exercise. But here's what you need to do. You're going to do 10 returns, maximum speed, and after every set, I want you to take as long as you need it, rest as long as you want. But when you do 3 sets, so I only needed to do 3 sets, when you do the sets, you needed to do, or I needed to do at 100% speed. And guess what? Within 2 weeks, I experienced significant growth in terms of my front-back footwork speed. That's how powerful it is when you apply these concepts correctly. Alright, so now I'm back at home, and the reason why I kind of needed to change up the scene a little bit was because while I was filming, I was kind of attracting a crowd and I wasn't really wearing a mask. So the last thing I want is to get into trouble with authorities for not wearing a mask. So I decided, you know what, let's just film back at home. So I hope you guys understand, and let's move on to the actual exercises that I'm going to recommend for you today. I'll be recommending 3 different exercises that you can do to improve your speed. And let's start off with the first exercise. So the first exercise, in my opinion, is the most effective way to kind of train your speed without actually hitting the shuttle, is to have a friend point for you. What do I mean by that? Basically, you need to get a friend to kind of point to different directions of the court, and I break this down into 6 different areas. So 2 on the front, 2 in the sides, and 2 in the rear. So basically what happens is that when your friend points to the direction, you have to react and do that footwork movement as quickly as you can. The important thing about doing this exercise is you want to make sure that you do about 6 to at most 10 repetitions. You do not want to tire yourself out. And then the next thing is you want to make sure that when you're resting, you want to rest for a really long time. Like rest as long as you need, as much as 3 minutes, 5 minutes even. And when you are doing this exercise, make sure that you're doing at 100% speed, meaning you want to go as fast as you can. Why this is so effective is because it trains your ability to change direction quickly. So you need to react, change direction quickly. It also trains your ability to respond and react. So basically, your agility. When your friend points a direction, you immediately need to make a decision, okay, this direction, and then move to the direction. And the last thing is that it also trains your acceleration, because you kind of need to move there fast and move back quickly. So to make this even harder, what you can do is to do the opposites. Basically, if I point left front, you move to the right front. Point to the right side, you move to the left side. So that kind of requires you to think and think in reverse, and that trains your ability to make decisions even faster. Alright, so that's one variation. The next exercise that I recommend you guys to do is basically sprints, but not sprints in terms of like 10 meters, 20 meters, but rather 2 to 3 steps, because we want to make this as relevant to badminton as possible, such that the speed training will be transferable. Because at the end of the day, we want to make sure that we become faster on court. And the way that I do this is I will do high knees for a couple of times, repetitions, and then do a split step and immediately sprint for the first 2 to 3 steps, and then switch around, do high knees again, and then split step, and then sprint for the next 2 to 3 steps. So this is how it looks like. And the thing that I want you to emphasize is, again, maximum speed. Take long breaks, like 7 to 10 work rest ratio, and you want to make sure that you do not do this exercise for overly long, such that you cannot do the repetitions at maximum speed. So again, you want to do about, I think for this, about 5 to 10 repetition tops. Anything more than 10, I don't think you can do at maximum speed anymore. So now let's move on to our last exercise. And our last exercise is kind of like, I don't know what you call this exercise. It's not quite quick feet, but rather it's a variation of quick feet where you kind of need to move front, and then back. So the goal is that you kind of need to train your ability to change direction very quickly. And this is very relevant because if you are right-hander, you always end off with your right feet. So you want to make sure that you're able to move the hip very well. But as a good rule of thumb, if you train the right side, you also want to train the left side so that you're effective in both sides. So for this, you want to keep the exercises short. Again, 15 seconds to at most 30 seconds if you're very, very fit. Anything longer, you are really not training speed. You're really training more of a speed endurance thing. So the reason why I kept this list very short, 3 exercises, was because I do not want you to kind of overcomplicate things and realize, hey, there's 20 different speed exercises, and then you're going to try to do all the different exercises. The goal is keep it simple, make them effective, and do it. Alright, so my challenge for you guys is that I want you to start incorporating 2 out of 3 of the speed exercises in your training regime. So for those of you that are doing the 30-day challenge, I challenge you to add 2 of these exercises and do them at least once a week. So you want to do them 3 to 5 sets, 2 exercises, at least once a week for the remaining part of your challenge. Why? Because it is so important that you build up the speed to be able to receive and play a fast attacking game or just defend very well in general. So that's it for speed. In the next video, I'll be talking about recovery. Recovery is so important if you want to experience gains, because you do not actually increase your speed when you're training. It's when you recover and become stronger, and that's when you see the results. So it's important that you recover well and prevent yourself from getting injured. So it's going to be about mobility. It's about recovery. It's also a little bit about nutrition. So I'm going to talk about that in the next video over here. And if you want to check out the playlist from the beginning, check it out over there. And with that said, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe. What are you waiting for? You need to smash the subscribe button now. I'll see you next time. Take care, guys.